the Cumulus Media Station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam.
We're in the window, y'all.
For the secret sound. In case you missed this, you text the word secret to 37530 and we'll send you all the times of the day, 5 times between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, that you have a chance to be caller 104 to win some money for the secret sound. We debuted the sound yesterday. That same sound is still existing. Nobody has guessed it yet.
That's awesome.
There have been 6 wrong guesses, so we're at $624.
Nice.
Wow.
$624 is the jackpot. If the next time we do the sound, the person doesn't get it, we add another $104 to the jackpot. Every time there's an incorrect guess, it goes up by $104. So I can't tell you what time we're going to play, but you gotta just keep your ears open.
You should know if you did the secret thing.
That's right.
Text.
Yep.
And the number you're going to call just to have it, so you know, so you're not scrambling. What do I do now? I know it's time. What do I do now?
I know what the sound is. I think I do.
You call our request line to be caller 104 when it's time. And that number you're going to call when it's time is 833-390-KRBE. That is your direct connection to the studio right here on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. Now it's time for this. Let's go.
It's time for Revenge
For the truly wronged, sometimes all you have left is revenge.
on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
Alrighty,
And nothing-
parental discretion is always advised
Yeah.
with this.
And nothing is different regarding how to connect with our show to be on any part of what we do here. It's krbe.com. Eric will contact you back and get more of your story. Usually revenge comes from somebody who got messed with. They got that person back and wants to tell them in a big way. So let's find out why Brandy has reached out to us. Good morning, Brandy.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, Brandy.
We're doing great.
Wonderful.
Who is it you want to get payback on? Who's getting revenged?
His name is Nate.
Okay, how do you know Nate and what has Nate done to bring you to this?
All right, so I am a rideshare driver, and usually it's a good time. But every now and then you get a passenger like Nate, and he has really terrible ratings. He's a shitty tipper.
Oh, God.
He's the problem passenger.
Well, why would you pick him up again then? I don't
Because it
understand.
sounds like you know him. I mean, you're calling him by name.
If you know
You
somebody.
have some kind of relationship with this bad passenger. How?
I have to accept it because if I don't, it brings down my ratings. And once your ratings get so low, you miss out on a lot of opportunities. I'd gotten them like 3 times in a row. It just feels like it's my bad luck.
Are you picking him up from the same place every time or what?
Different bars. I mean, he goes out and gets really drunk. And I guess I should be happy that he's not driving. But on the other hand, he's in my car.
And is he always alone in your car, or is he with somebody else that he's been drinking with?
He's alone, but he likes to run his mouth. So I get to hear about every girl that he's been hitting on or rubbing up against. And he absolutely pulls out the creep. And the reason why I want to get revenge on him, last time he threw up in my car
Oh, no.
and he gave me a bad rating.
He gave you a bad rating?
Yes. He's lucky I didn't run him over.
Oh, my God. Well, that
Don't
would
put that
be...
on your car.
That would be a
And
felony.
Based on the bad tipping, I'm going to guess he didn't tip you after he threw up in the car, or did he?
No tipping. He'll get charged for it. I'll get reimbursed. But that doesn't help me in the moment.
Right,
Yeah, you got to clean out puke. That's horrible.
You got to clean out. Plus, you got to pay for cleaning.
Exactly.
You can't get that smell out right away.
1,000%. It ruins my entire rest of my night.
Because of the fact that you have to pick up Nate so that your rating doesn't go back down, I'm assuming you are prepared for that to happen now, because I can't imagine you ever wanting to get his ride again if he requests a ride and you're in the area.
Yeah, absolutely not. But see, that's why I'm coming on for revenge, because I never want to have him in my car again.
Where are you taking him? To an apartment? To his house?
Oh, to his house. He goes home to his wife after being all gross with other women. And he talks bad about his wife. He talks bad about the business they have.
Oh, man, he really told you everything.
Does it happen often? A lot of passengers just become chatty Cathys and tell you everything?
They do, and I'm usually okay with it because I like to talk.
Sometimes it gives you the options. Like, do you want
Be quiet.
to... I can't be that person that says, no, that's just so rude.
And sometimes you get that, and they're like, I'm just going to sit here. Cool, no problem, high five. Don't vomit in my car, then.
Oh, God.
I wonder if he even knows if he's puking.
He took the trouble to go ahead and give her a bad review on top of that.
That it wasn't an enjoyable ride.
Because you wouldn't sleep with him?
Probably because I wasn't moved by the vomit.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
And we've actually got Nate Nate's information, Eric? You got her information?
She has all that stuff. She gave it to me. So,
Brandy, stand by for a second.
will he know your name?
I honestly don't think he does.
I wonder if he even knows if he's been in the same rideshare with you.
I don't know.
Let's find out. Hi, Nate. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. Thanks for being here with us this morning.
Yeah, hey, what's this about? What's going on?
What's this about? Well, on Tuesdays, we let people kind of confront each other, air out their grievances, and we have somebody on the line. I don't know if you're going to know her name or not. Her name is Brandy.
Yeah, does that sound familiar to you, Nate? Do you know anybody named Brandy?
No, I don't think so.
Hello, Nate.
Hi. I don't know you.
Okay.
You remember using a rideshare recently where you got ill?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. I take a lot of rides. I don't know all the drivers and stuff.
You are an awful person. I've picked you up multiple times. I've heard about your wife. I've heard about your business. I've heard about how much you hate both of them.
Oh, my
Oh, wow.
I've heard about the blonde that you were with at the bar and how you were telling her you would take her on vacation. Not even to mention the awful things you said to me trying to get me to sleep with you while I was driving you home to your wife.
This lady's crazy. I don't know what she's talking about. Listen, I was f***ing wasted.
It's all recorded.
And also, just because you don't remember it, Nate, doesn't mean it didn't happen. If she has it on tape, you can't deny that that's you.
This is bullshit. I don't know what you think you're doing here.
Since I have all your information because you were my passenger, I'm going to tag you and I'm going to post the video. Because I want everybody in your life to know what a piece of you are.
Wow.
You're not going to do. Are you kidding? If you do any of this, I'm going to write so many bad reviews. I'm going to get your ass fired from every single one of those stupid little jobs you have.
I just hit post.
Oh.
Maybe somebody else vomited in her car. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, my God. I can also tag your business.
Oh, yes. You told us that your wife and you work together.
Him a lesson. Like, at the end of the day, I want him to be a better person. And he can't be a better person if he doesn't learn from his mistakes.
Why don't you need to mind your own business, driver lady. Like, listen, you need to stay out of other people's lives.
But it sounds like you brought your business to her in the car.
And you came on to her, dude.
And give her bad reviews.
I don't even remember. You guys are so full of I don't even care. This is...
I have it on recording, you moron.
What if I can delete this video as soon as it pops up?
Brandy, do you have his wife's social media?
Oh, yes, I do. I have the business, so she's on there as code.
It's going to hurt her worse that's on their business and ruining their pocket than it is going to hurt her.
He's going to be.
He can't control his wife's social media, though.
I hope that this is a wake up call for you, Nate. You can be as mad as you want, but you never know who you're messing with.
This is bullshit. Like, you're going to believe some stupid driver? Like,
it's just proof. I've seen it.
You're not going to get through to him.
Whatever.
Is this the first time you've ever done this to one of your passengers ever? I hope yes, but you really are tickled by this.
100%. This is not something I do.
You'll be an inspiration for every rideshare driver out there in Houston.
And you know what? It's just like any other job in customer service. Sometimes you need to show them that certain things are unacceptable.
The customer's not always right.
Nope.
True.
100%.
And I mean, honestly, that is a lesson to anybody who does a ride and who's on a ride share. You know, you're being filmed while you're in the ride. I mean, for the safety of the driver and yourself.
Everybody. Yeah, you want that.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully this is his wake-up call. But if it's not, I got a wonderful laugh today.
So did we.
Well, be careful out there, Brandy. Take care of yourself.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
All right, you take care.
That's the last time he's going to give his personal business card to a rideshare driver he's hitting on.
One of these days, we got to bring that back to the Uber confessions because, oh, my God, the stuff they must hear. Crazy.
I feel like for an Uber driver, the most eye-roll question they get by their passengers is, so anything crazy happen in your car?
Well, my brother does this for a living.
Crazy happen in your car?
I just don't talk.
Yeah, I don't talk either. But my brother Doug does this because he likes to drive. And he tells me all the time that people will come on to him, especially like when bars are closing.
Well, especially when he's drunk, they'll give you all their info. They'll give you their Instagram. They'll give you I'm going to follow you. What's your
That's
handle?
true.
But I think I'm like Eric. I prefer not to chat. Not because I think I'm better than anybody else. I just can't sit still. I'm always multitasking.
I'm just curious if you
I'll check emails.
Rideshare driver, are you worried about the future for that business?
With driverless cars?
Yeah, with the Waymo and Tesla and all these cars are going to be out there.
It's going to take a long time for technology always moves faster than what the economy will allow it. People won't be able to afford that stuff.
But
for a while.
Why can't they afford it?
Well, it's expensive. Those cars are expensive.
I pay $4. It's $4. It doesn't matter if someone's driving or not. It might
I don't
might
think
be
it's
cheaper.
Gonna be expensive. I think it's whether you will trust the computer.
I'm thinking
or
about
not.
buying the car. Yeah. So you're saying.
No, we're talking about being in an Uber ride that's a
driverless
computer-based model that there's no human driving it.
Do you think people are going to feel comfortable with that, though?
Yeah, I'm sure they
Austin
are. Look.
and California, there's millions of people doing it a week.
Well, we also got it. We also
hundreds of thousands,
adapt.
millions.
I mean, how many people were like, "Oh, I don't know what this social media thing is. Do I need a profile?" Now everybody has one.
I told you that. I've said it many times about Tesla's bringing out those cheaper cars. People can buy them, and then they could just be at their house watching TV, and their car leaves their house and goes and picks up people and makes money.
On that.
Wow.
I'm like,
no, they have Tesla insurance. I mean, they have all their plans. My question is, when this supposedly full service driving, whatever it's called, FSD, when it happens and it drives for you, can you be in the back seat and say you had a beer?
Well, that's open container.
Well,
No, I'm saying you're drunk. Or to say you're drunk, you leave
drunk.
the bar.
Yeah.
But you're not driving. The car's driving. And you're not in the seat. You're not in the front seat because it's a full
Well,
service
the law
driver.
is going to have to adapt changes to that, to add that, because right now there's not a clause for that.
That's
the
interesting.
self-driving car drunk in the back seat. What are we going to do with that one?
But those are things that they're going to have to
If
bring.
you're not doing
Right,
anything wrong, I mean, if the car's doing all the driving,
Yeah, if it's legal to drive it without a
I
person.
think Roula's right. They're going to have to re-examine these laws.
Well, I mean, with everything, as change goes, I mean, there wasn't texting 30 years ago. Now there's laws about texting. There'll be laws about driverless cars, right? Robot driverless cars. Anyway, if you want to be part of Revenge, go to krbe.com. Coming up next, we're going to take care of some community business. A dad of a Katy ISD student who was suspended for a fight, where in the video you see she gets slapped across the face. She gets slapped.
Terrible.
Yeah, both of the students were reprimanded, but she was the victim.
Not just slapped and then sat
then
on attacked.
Oh, then she was, the whole thing. If you've not seen this video, it probably it probably came across your radar in the last couple.
We talked about it in the news last
weeks
week.
Ago.
Yeah.
What happens when your child is in the center of that? You're watching the news and it's your child being attacked and assaulted.
And then you could get suspended for the same amount as the person that attacked them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That doesn't sound right at all. So we're gonna dive deeper into this and see how did this happen.
He's
What's
here right
happened
now. He's in the studio.
Cool.
And we'll talk to him next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. All right, my friends, a lot of people in the Houston area who watch the news or have social media and you're following a news channel may have had this come across their social media or you've seen it on the news stories. When stories like this happen, we don't often put big spotlights on them, but because we are your Houston outlet for all things community, people come to us and they're like, hey, I really need you guys to give me your opinion on this. I really want to know what y'all think about this. I really want your help with this.
Help
And
promote
so-
something.
We're here for you.
Right. So there is a story that probably came across your news feeds and it's gone viral. It happened in March at Katy ISD school, Taylor High School, of a girl being slapped, thrown to the ground, assaulted. A fight broke out. I guess you can call it a fight. Is it a fight if there's not a two-way thing? No. Anyway, there's so much drama to this story, and the dad of the student that was slapped reached out to us and said, we need to talk about this because it's not fair. And you know what? I get life isn't fair, but let's be real. When you have video and you have testimonial from people in that situation saying this isn't right, it can't be right. You just can't.
And I see
you can't
everything
ignore that it's
being
not right.
a one-size-fits-all like excuse. And I know the ISD is in a weird position because they have rules.
They
But,
have
I mean,
to adhere
I feel
to.
like you have to look at every case by case.
Right.
Absolutely.
So we are welcoming the father of the student in the video who was slapped across the face. Danny Gianfrancesco is here on behalf of his daughter, Brooklyn, who is 15 years old, 9th grade at Taylor High School. Hi, Danny. Good morning.
Hello.
Did I say your last name right? Gianfrancesco. Did I say your name right?
You got it.
Okay, thank you,
Well, thank
sir.
you, first of all, for reaching out to us and coming in. It's just, we covered this story about 2 weeks ago on our news, and it's just unbelievable. There is no excuse ever to strike a woman.
Yes.
So tell us, Danny, this, for those that have not seen this video, Tell us the story of what's going on with your daughter. Your daughter knows the boy that struck her. This boy walks up to her. Can you just explain to everybody what is in this video and what has
pretend
happened?
they never saw the video.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this kid's been harassing her for most of the year.
Harassing her in what way?
Sexually harassing, like sexual remarks,
Okay.
and calling her out of her name,
Yeah.
and saying inappropriate stuff. And she finally got tired of it, and she told him to stop. He didn't stop. She told her boyfriend, and he hemmed him up in football and was like, leave my girlfriend alone, quit saying stuff to her. And so I guess the kid got embarrassed and angry, and he went to class. And
they have class together.
They have that one class together, geography, and it's fifth period. Sat behind her, was just talking, calling her names, and she got tired of it, so she started arguing with him. And then it got pretty heated, and she removed herself, went to the restroom. She was there for about 10 minutes, getting herself together, went back to class, and she was standing in the front talking to this girl at her desk. And that's when the video started, and the kid just walked up to her, and he clenched his fist like he was about to hit her. And
Bone
she's,
up.
God.
yeah. And she said, "What are you going to do, hit a girl?" And he hauled off and
Yeah, you
slapped
see the
her.
slap.
And then she turned to the teacher, who was 3 feet away, and said, "Did you see that? Are you going to do anything?" And the teacher was out of there. I mean,
You could
just-
see the teacher slide off to the opposite side of the door of the room.
What?
Yeah, you could see that in the video.
Just the teacher didn't even like try to separate them.
No, he ran with his arms flailing in the opposite direction of the door to go get help.
But then the boy not only slaps Brooklyn, your daughter, he pushes her to the ground and is on top of her.
Well, before he did that, he slapped her, and then when she turned from the teacher to him and she stepped and put her hand up, he pummeled her. He just was punching like his life
Oh
depended on
my
it.
God.
Yeah, because she was not like, it wasn't like she just turned around and just jumped on him.
Right.
She put her hand
And
up.
she put her
and that
hand
wasn't
up.
like it wasn't a punch.
Yeah, it
Right.
wasn't a sign of aggression. She was
like,
just
get away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Right.
This is defensive
she's
stance.
never been in a situation like
How
that.
long
so,
did this take? Like, I mean, how long did this
Go
assault
on for.
last?
over 61 seconds. They were down
my
on the ground,
gosh.
rolling on the ground. He's punching her.
I
She
can't
at least had enough sense to grab by the back of his head and pull him close so that he couldn't get the distance
Yeah, to
between
really
his
hit her.
puncher anymore.
Wow.
Can I ask one question? When the camera turned on, what was, like, the kid that was recording this, did this kid start recording because this kid had already heard what he was saying to her before she went to the bathroom? Or how did the camera get turned on?
That camera got turned on at a perfect time. So I'm
Right.
thinking,
Well, everybody's got a phone. So.
Well, I'm just saying, but what would have, if I was in class and was it loud, like verbal assault to her and was disrupting the class? And so this other kid's like, I'm going to record this. This is bad? Or
well,
what was
it had been an argument before she went to the bathroom. When she came back from the bathroom, she wasn't even talking to him. She was talking to that girl in the
Right.
So I think the kid said, "Watch, I'm going to go slap this."
Yeah, turn the phone on. 'Cause that was the phone all of a sudden
Because it
on.
was
That's what I'm
perfect
saying. How
timing,
did
and he
it get
walks up
recorded?
there.
I'm
and-
that.
confused.
Bop.
If it's very loud, you can hear the harassment. Why is the teacher not interjecting and saying, "Hey,
Or
stop
throw
this"?
him
The
out
teacher
or
was
something.
absolutely useless.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely
Didn't do a
useless.
thing to
Not
discourage
a
the
thing, no.
foul language. And
No.
So what happened after this? Because we only have so much time.
Well, they're
So-
rolling around on the ground, and she's
I saw
trying to
one
keep him.
boy go in there.
Yeah, kind of,
At least he got up there to
He
try
was
and.
Break them
calling the
apart.
kid's name, telling him stop, but it really didn't do anything. But while he's on top of her, he's saying some really nasty stuff.
Oh, no.
And if you turn the volume up on the video, you'll hear it. And that's what he's been doing to her all year. So, and then when they finally do get him pulled apart, just enough room for him to get 3 more shots in while she's on the ground. I mean, this dude beat her like his life depended on it. Like
My God.
Yeah.
And then the whole reason you're here, Danny, is because your daughter was reprimanded as if she was the assaulter.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
like him.
Yes.
They
3
got
days
the
suspension.
same
Yep.
punishment. What
Yep.
was the punishment?
3 days suspension and a ticket for disorderly conduct.
For
we have to go
doing
to court.
that.
And she was kicked off her
Exact-
volleyball team.
Well, they wanted to. They
Okay.
were going to kick her off, and pretty much the 8. Am I allowed to say any names?
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
The
this is all
AP,
facts, right? This is
the
all facts.
assistant principal, Miss Miles at Taylor High School, she absolutely failed my daughter on so many levels. It's not even funny. She ruled it a mutual confrontation.
That's crap.
Did you see the video?
How can it be a
They didn't
mutual
have this video.
confrontation?
So they didn't have
did this
video.
beforehand.
Yeah. So without this video,
It would've
they
been-
wrapped up their investigation in maybe 45 minutes because I got a call saying my daughter had been in a fight and I needed to come get her, and it was with a boy, and I was like, a boy?
Oh my gosh.
So when I finished what I was doing and I got to the house, and when I saw her, she had black and blue welts on her forehead. Her jaw was swollen and black and blue. She had knots on the back of her head. Her shoulder was mangled. So
A lot of people are asking if you have or if you're allowed to press charges against a minor like
Yeah, I
that.
was going to say, that's an assault. If you got beat up on the street,
She has to go to
it's
court.
an
She has to go to
assault.
court herself. So
both of them do for the same offense. Now, the way they said mutual confrontation, that's the way they ruled it. That tied my hands for pressing charges. I've been to the DA. I've been to Harris County Sheriff, constables. Katy,
Even with the video, they can't reverse that title?
So this
Nobody
boy,
really-
they had their 3-day suspension, and they're still in class together?
No, they separated them.
Okay.
But they put a stay away order in.
So he's got like a basically
both of them have.
restraining
both of
order.
them, yeah.
Okay.
But it's a joke because they sent Brooklyn twice now to the office, once to get her concussion protocol packet for the coach, and she walked in the office. There's the kid.
What? Okay, let me reset. Because for those just tuning in, we're talking to Danny Gianfrancesco. His daughter, Brooklyn, is 15 years old. She's in 9th grade at Taylor High School. She is in the video that you probably saw come across your social media if you follow news stories or on the news. It was in March. What was the date? March what?
25th.
March 25th. She was being sexually harassed for a long time by this boy in the class. It escalated in the classroom after she talked to her boyfriend and said, we got to get this guy, this guy's messing with me. So the boyfriend said something to him. Obviously that this kid needs anger management, if anything.
What's his excuse?
Yeah, what is his
There is
excuse?
no
That he went
excuse.
after a girl. He slapped her across the
It's a
face and
coward.
assaulted her and
Is he
attacked her
trying to
and
say that-
verbally abused
Well,
her.
she got in my face and said something, and so I hit her.
Yeah, what is his excuse? How is he defending that he basically beat her up?
They will not give me any of that information. I have no citation information. I have no. I put in a request for the information, Freedom of Information Act, the day after.
That kid should be expelled.
So what is
Absolutely.
the call
Or
to
at least
action? How can
a
we help
school.
here, Danny? What can we change? Change the call that it was a mutual confrontation?
Well,
Or
that's what I'm-
What can we help with?
That's what I'm trying to do.
He's trying to get any help. He doesn't.
Yeah, I don't even have a lawyer right now.
Oh, man.
You know, so
Okay, 37530 is our text number. Now imagine this. Your 15-year-old daughter has been dealing with verbal harassment of the kinds of things that Danny said this girl has,
we
this
can't even
boy
say
has
on
been
air.
telling other girls.
Yeah.
People are texting that other girls have been said this. Now that is not fact because I'm
We
just
don't
going by
know, yeah.
text, but here's my
Right,
thing.
right.
Kids that do this to one girl are not stopping at one girl.
Oh, you're so right.
So I would seem to agree with the texter to say there are other girls who've been verbally harassed by this
And there's two
individual.
sides to every
It will
story. I want to say
escalate.
too. There's two sides.
Right.
But by that video and by talking to you, I don't know what his side could possibly be.
Right.
Well, I'd like somebody
How
from
do you
Taylor
haul off
you know,
and slap a girl and then attack her on the ground and tell her these horrible things while you're still beating her up?
well, she's not the only one. There's been other girls trying to come forward.
Oh, he's done this to other girls.
Yes, since junior high, and so the stay away orders that they
Yeah.
put in place, which are a joke. There's been a few girls trying to put one in place with him, and that same AP, Miss Miles. One girl brought her complaint form, and Miss Miles says, "Well, if he does it again, come tell me." And she wouldn't accept
Again.
the complaint. That's
Oh, my God.
one,
People-
illegal, and two, crazy.
That's wrong.
Danny, people are also texting the teacher that was in the video was a sub, and there's a policy which a lot of people are saying is ridiculous that you cannot touch a student if there is a fight. Like I guess he was following the policy, but at what
I
point
don't
as a
think
teacher
there's
do
a
you
policy.
cross over from what just to help
If I
another
see two
human?
kids rolling on the ground, I'm going to separate them.
Especially a man and a woman.
When you know right from wrong, you're
Right,
going to
that's what I'm
intervene
saying.
on something like that.
Right.
Especially, and I hate to say it, if it was two girls, I guess they'd be like, okay, I'll let them wrestle
was
it
two
out.
girls,
or
I
two
wouldn't
boys.
be here right
but
now.
it was
Yeah,
a
you'd be like,
boy
yeah.
on top of a girl who hit her first. And they were equally reprimanded, and this girl has to see this boy in her school community all the time.
And it's like those videos. It's not like those videos where you see that a girl just like hits the guy 10 times,
Right.
and then picks a chair up, and then he finally gets mad and throws her across the room.
Right.
She didn't do anything.
My
She just-
daughter's never been in a fight, never hit anybody.
I'm so sorry.
And I
to hear
doubt
this.
she would, intentionally pick a defensive end as her first fight.
Danny,
Start small.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going
Take little bites.
to take the information off text. I'll have a mod in the other room following our text screen at 37530 because there's somebody who reached out that said they are a police officer. They've not seen this video, but they would like to help you with their opinion or tell you where you could go next. We have a lot of people who just want to help. That's why we call it Houston Heroes here on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. 37530. Danny's daughter really doesn't have any course of action for what can end this.
Just
right?
record herself. How about that?
That's so messed up. What I'd like to do is, because I have a little bit of an in with Taylor High School. I went to that school. I've done some things with them.
Ryan's in the Hall of Fame there.
Yep.
I actually am.
You should listen to him.
Well,
So
he's about to go
you
through
went there as a student.
I was a student. I graduated from that school.
Yeah, so
I would absolutely. I'll call them and I'll see what I can do, and I'll give them the opportunity to try and explain themselves.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
In this case, you know
I've
as
never
well.
pulled that card in my life, but I will
And you
for this.
could.
Yeah, do
now,
it for
tell
him.
me again, Danny, what did you say the phrase was that tied your hands on the assault charge?
Mutual confrontation.
Mutual
That's
confrontation.
just so wrong.
Yeah, and now listen, I know like they say a picture's worth 1,000 words or maybe a video doesn't tell the whole story. Guys, I don't know how you could walk around this story, how you can say this video is not telling the truth. The girl is standing there and he slaps her and then gets on top of her and
It's
continues
at the beginning.
to
It's
hit
not,
her.
it's not like the fights in the middle where they're on the ground where
Right.
yeah, he said, she said.
Right.
There is.
It started just in enough time for him to get to the front
Yeah.
and do what he
He knew
said
what he
he
was
was going to
doing.
There's
do to
never an
whoever took the
instance.
video.
People are
Where that
applauding
is
you, Danny, that
acceptable,
you are
ever.
not in jail for beating this.
I know. How do you
I
kid
know.
up.
My
you
friends
kept
are
your calm.
wondering. They keep saying, "Wow, man, we're impressed." Because normally,
What about her boyfriend?
her boyfriend, he needs to stay away from him.
'Cause I figured
Yeah.
he probably wants to.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd
So,
want
can-
to.
yeah,
I don't. I'm losing sleep at night because nothing's being done. I
Yeah.
thought maybe we'd have some kind of something to it.
All right, Taylor
Right,
High
happened
School,
by
if
now.
you're listening,
Why is he still on the football team?
Exactly,
Right?
because
Like, why
the
is he still
coaches
allowed to
nowadays
play
are
it?
nothing like they
So
used
Yeah,
to be.
he
He's
was being
allowed
threatened to
to
be
play?
taken
Yeah.
off the volleyball team, but
Well,
he's still
football's
playing the
spring
football
football,
team.
And no consequences. He didn't have any extra
Shame the
running.
coach.
Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, but
okay.
they talked about her volleyball, but not.
Yeah.
Right, not his
They
football.
were going to kick her off, but finally I talked to a coach and they decided to leave her on, but punish her.
I'd be embarrassed.
punish
right
her.
now.
She's done nothing wrong.
Okay, so let me ask you this: how can people, I guess, reach out to
Do
you?
you have- yeah.
Do you have something you want us to share on the
Email
air?
or do you want? What do you want people? Because
I
people hear
mean,
this.
I mean, email DannyG0622@gmail.com.
0622. Okay, Danny G, DANNYG,
Yep.
0622@gmail.
Yes.
If you could reach out to Danny if you'd like to help him. We're just trying to figure out, because here's my thing. I feel like what's really stunning me about this whole segment we're doing right now are the texts we're getting from totally unrelated stories to what Danny's daughter went through. That this is happening in the kids' schools. That like girls are being sexually harassed consistently and nothing has happened, or girls have been physically hit or assaulted or something and nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. This is not okay.
And they hear stories like this, and they're like, "Why would I come forward or do anything? I'm just going to get beat up and then go to
Right.
trouble." Like,
And then when they do try to come forward, they're stifling them.
yeah,
That's so wrong. I'll tell you what, I promise you, as soon as this show is over, I'll call this Miss Miles. What about the principal? So you're saying the assistant principal. What about the head principal?
The head principal was only involved once when I had a meeting after Brooklyn was out with her concussion. We had to go in and do a safety plan,
Yeah.
which is also a joke. And I did not want Miss Miles anywhere near my daughter.
Yeah.
That's her AP. So we asked if they could switch APs, and Dr. Stone said no. But the AP that was in the meeting offered to volunteer for
To
the
take
rest of
over.
the year. Yeah.
And what about his parents? Like, what's his family side of the story? Are they saying he's a victim somehow?
I have no idea. I really don't.
Have
I
you
don't-
spoken to his parents?
Well, they wouldn't give me any of that information, so I gave them mine and said, give it to the parents. And she emailed me and said, this is my preferred method of communication. Maybe we can come to a resolve. And I just let it sit for a day because this is right after it happened, and I didn't want to.
How do you explain when your son? I have a son. How would I ever explain to the mother or father of a daughter that my son assaulted? I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah.
But where did that even come from, this boy to constantly harass this girl and then physically assault her like
My
this?
son, if he did something like that to a woman,
I'd be like, you're out of here. You're not
I
doing
wouldn't
that.
have a son anymore.
no, he would wish.
He'd be sent off to an alternative school for
Definitely,
sure.
this is a to be continued story, Danny. Thank you for reaching out to our show.
No
I
problem.
really hope
Thanks for having me.
something has to come of this because the Roula and Ryan audience with Eric is not going to be stifled. We always find a way because somebody listening has something we don't even know they have an avenue to.
And hit the TV stations as well.
I mean, I've been on
So maybe
Channel 11,
Just
12.
keep hitting. Don't let it die.
I've been on every channel. I've been on Michael Berry, Jimmy
man.
Barrett.
Just keep doing it all because
Hey, look.
because school ends here. End of
We
May?
have a great
Yeah,
audience.
So you only have so much time to
Right.
really.
Yep.
We'll
Yeah.
reach out to them. You know, it's their turn.
Think about it, she has to go to school there
come
for
on
3
and-
more years. Is this kid the same
Well,
age? Or I know they're in the same
yeah.
class, but sometimes you're in different classes, sophomores. Or
it's
freshmen.
freshman.
So she has to deal with this kid until.
No, probably. Hopefully not. Not if something happens. Not if people do the right thing.
He needs to be
Right.
expelled.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
all there is to it.
Okay, 37530 if you want to share some information that we can share with Danny. And thank you so much, Danny, for being here. Again, Danny's
Thank
email is dannyg0622@gmail.com. Let us know. This is definitely a to be continued. I really want to see where this goes from here. I'm sorry your daughter's gone through this.
Thank you. I
I'm sorry
appreciate
you've
you
gone
guys.
through
Sorry,
this.
man.
Good luck, sir.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you too. All right, coming up next, a little bit more family business. A lot of people have been asking questions over the last
All kinds of
couple
drama happening.
weeks and
months.
months.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been doing Instagram Live. I get these questions. Sam's doing a remote somewhere. She gets this question. Kevin's on the text tree. He's getting the questions. What's going on with
I mean, a
Ryan?
family reunion. I give.
What's going on with
Good last
Ryan? Ryan's going to tell you what's going on. What is going on? And somebody's like, wait, is something going on? Yeah, something's going on. What's going on?
If you
We'll
listen to
find
the
out
show,
next.
you know.
And if you know, you
Something's
know.
going on.
And you'll know now. Next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
It's KRBE. Turn it up. With more of the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Now, usually we do Celebrity Scoop here, brought to you by Taquerias Arandas. But over the last few months, I feel like, maybe weeks, I'm not sure how much time, Ryan will tell us. A lot of people are asking questions like, oh, what's going on in the show? You know, we share our lives with you guys, the highs and the lows, and all the fun things that we do behind the scenes in our lives.
The one thing people have been asking Ryan is this about Mango?
No.
Your dog.
I mean, I'll
That's
get
what people
to that.
It is not.
That's what people to know.
Yeah,
right
no,
away.
no,
'Cause
no.
someone's like, after just hearing what I just heard with Danny and the crap he's dealing with.
She's not doing well. I'll get to that in a little bit. But, you know, the one thing is that all of us on this show have sought out, you know, to be very public and to put our lives out there. None of our mates asked for this. And I have tried not to really say much. Let me put it out there, okay? So last year, I proposed to Jen, and I love her as much as the day that I dropped to one knee and proposed to her. It was the greatest moment of my life. I just remember that smile and her, oh my God, yes. That was her response. But now I'm alone, and the pain is so horrible. It's been 3 months, and every morning I wake up screaming from a nightmare where she's left me. And then I open my eyes and I realize I'm trapped in another nightmare.
Now, can I just clarify, Ryan, because I know you're hurting so much, but it sounds like she didn't pass away.
No.
It's over. That's what I was saying. I'm sorry. Because it
I know,
sounds,
people, make sure
because
she
the
knows.
way you're crying, I mean, you're alarming us. She's alive.
She decided to end the relationship. So I can't even begin to explain how much pain I've been in, and I have not handled it well. I still care about her. I still love her with all my heart. I worry about her, and I have no way of knowing how she is doing. There is no contact, and I have to live with the knowledge that she was unhappy with me, and now she's happier without me. But on my end, the silence is unbearable, and I just miss all the little things about her, like her little happy clap when I'd order something she liked at dinner, rubbing her feet at night, crawling into bed, having her lay on my chest. And, you know, she said to me that she wanted a man who'd walk through fire for her. Well, I'm standing in flames right now, and I don't want to give up. I mean, I love her with all my heart. maybe I'm just holding on to this pain because it's all that's left. And letting go would be sacrificing and admitting that it's done.
How long ago was this? How long ago was this when it ended, Ryan?
It's been 3 months. And I had a complete breakdown when this happened. And then after, and I've been seeing therapists, counselors, and I think that probably scared her. The way I behaved was not normal. And then shortly after that, then I noticed my dog fell over, and I took her to the hospital, and she's terminal. And I think, Eric, you mentioned something about how your dog's hanging on. That sweet little dog I think she did stick around just to get me through this, because I'll be
she needs
sitting there on the couch crying, and she'd come over and kiss me, and that's where I'm at right now. And I told Roula and Eric, I said, I'm going to pull back a little bit on the air right now because I'm not well. And that's where I am right now. Every day is the same.
It's hard for you, like
completely alone,
but you're here, and so many people love you. We're getting texts and calls. We're all family here.
I mean, the end of a relationship is devastating when you didn't want it to be the end of the relationship.
And you feel like you still...
And
Yeah.
I know that you've been hurting, and we don't know her side of the story, and we don't need to know her side of the story. I'm just saying, I know that you've just been in a really bad place.
Anything about our relationship. I mean, I love her. I respect her. She is the most brilliant, beautiful soul I've ever known. And I cherish the memories that we have together.
We're here to listen to you, for the hugs, and to counsel you. And I know that we've talked about it behind the scenes. And I have been through. We've all been through different things on the show, and having the camaraderie and the distraction actually is a good thing to come in here. And they say, we always have to leave our bags at the door, but at the same time, like you said, Ryan,
and I have my whole career, but now I can't.
I know you
this
can't.
is so different. I have been through death. I've been through divorce. I've been through breakups. Nothing has ever hurt as bad as this. This is the worst thing I've ever been through in my life. I mean, nothing comes close.
And isn't it so crazy, guys, how you've been through breakups or a divorce, all these things, but certain relationships will hit you so much harder than others.
I thought, like,
As
I
we get older,
truly
too, 'cause
believe, I've become a lot more spiritual in the last couple of years, and I pray all the time. I keep praying, God, please put us back on a path together. Is there any way? Because she still loves me, and I still love her, and I don't know what the future holds.
I think this is a great step, because I know we've been wanting to address this for a few weeks now.
Long time, yeah.
And I know you weren't ready, so I think this shows that you are healing.
I mean, I've had to,
as much as you can at this point.
Right, if you can talk
take
about
time
it.
off.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or like
It's
once you
healing.
actually label it, that you have to accept, it's not closure, but it's acceptance that this is, I think that, you were probably holding out, hoping it's going to come back together, but you have to face the reality if she is if she asked you that it's not, or it's only hurting you more if you don't accept what the other side is telling you.
that's the hardest part with any relationship.
Yes.
You can't.
I don't
You
want
don't want to
anybody
accept it.
else. I mean, like, I'm in a place right now
I
where
mean, why would you?
I can't even think.
Yeah. No one expects you to.
One of the
Right?
things that, like, people, her girlfriends, everybody come up like, oh my God, I want a man that looks at me the way you look at her. And I love and cherish her. I still do.
And it hurts like a death, and I can see it. I can see it, and I can feel it in every one of your explanations in the morning when we talk about it. I can see just how hard it's hitting you, and I really am so glad that you've shared it with us and our listeners, and that they can share their experiences and how they got through it as well.
We also said to Ryan off the air, for those just tuning in, Ryan's talking about the end of his relationship with his fiance. Counsel yourself the way we have counseled people that have come to our show.
Look, I have been...
But it's hard to do that when you're in it.
I have joined a men's support group. I have been taking classes online. I've been studying. I'm in a psychology class right now. I am doing everything I possibly can to be a better version of what I was. And I'm doing that for me. And, it's a difficult time right now. And there have been people that have really helped me, and I'd like to say thank you to them. We're going to have Tiffany's coming in from the Harris Center.
Thursday.
Yeah.
8:40.
She's coming in. She's been a godsend. She really helped. My therapist, Joan. Believe it or not, it's funny, the people that will help you. My brothers, Doug and Kevin, have been wonderful. My ex-wife, Michelle, my ex-girlfriend, Yvette, they've all chimed in and been there for me and helped me. And
I think it's important, too, that Ryan, because, you and I were Gen X.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we learn not to show our emotions or talk to other people about it.
Never cried in my life. And I'm not kidding. For 3 months, I would say I'd cry an average of 4 hours a day. I'm alone. I sit in the dark on the floor and just holding my head. And why? Why, God? Why is this happening? And
it's hard to find a way out of it. Yeah. And I see
but there
that.
Is a way. There is a
people
light.
Are saying on text that it's hard to see the forest through the trees.
It's hard.
But every single day is a different day, and no matter what you're going through, there's tomorrow is a new day. You just face the new day, and it sucks to say time heals all wounds. We've all been in a place
I've heard it
where
all.
we are hurting so bad
It's like when
that we have to just get through the time.
But people are right.
Sucks,
There's
but
a reason
it is
they
the
say
dang truth.
It's true.
It is the dang truth. You have to ride it out. You have to just ride it out. And
if it
with
can be
every
written,
day,
I've read it. Trust me.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here to listen too.
Right. A lot of people are, you have their support. You have big hugs and big support from a lot of people. It's never good news when you hear a relationship comes to an end and you didn't want it to, especially an engagement.
My only request is, and this is why I scrub my social media, I do not want anybody to bother her. I'm very protective of her. She is the love of my life. I do not want anybody, please, for the love of God, do not bother this woman. She's a good woman. And I wouldn't have been with her if she wasn't. So please respect her privacy, please.
And she didn't sign up for this world.
No. Okay.
Sorry.
Your family's here for you, buddy.
Yep.
And everyone's lots of love
all
on
the
text.
text messages. If you could just read all the things that people are sending in and ways to get through this. And
I'm tired of being the guy that comes on the air. We share all our lives, and it's usually somebody's having a baby or somebody's getting married or something positive, and I'm tired of being the one that always has the bad news. It sucks. And
But look at the good news.
Just tired.
You got a beautiful daughter.
I know.
In L.A. killing it.
Raised her.
You raised her right.
Adult.
She's out there working. A lot of kids at her age would just stay at home. And
I'm grateful for that.
She could be living off her credit card. She's not doing that.
Yeah.
She's out there working.
You know how we always end even the saddest of segments with some kind of a laugh?
Yeah.
What's the laugh? Somebody texts did you get that ring back? People are texting eyeballs, things like that. They're just they're trying to find some okay, hey, is there a happy side to that? Or
I don't know if that's happy side.
It's not a happy side. It's still
like
hard.
a no-win scenario. I know people have been bothering you guys on social media. People have been asking me, and I'm just not talking.
I know it's bothered anybody. It's just it's not our story to tell, so we got to just tell people, hey,
right.
That's why it's great that you would be willing to tell everybody.
I don't want to have to tell this again and again, please.
Now we can just tell people.
Go listen to the podcast.
Go to the podcast on what does it say?
7 o'clock hour, April 29.
April 29.
Tuesday, April 29.
The next 6 months, we'll have to tell people.
I just,
podcast here.
Parting, I just want to say, I pray to God that she's happy. I pray to God that,
Well, I pray to God you're happy, man.
Yeah, we want you.
I know everybody
against
wants
her.
you to get through it because everything is, like you said, you've read every cliche there is, Ryan, and we can't tell you any more than you've already read, but, you are the one that is our focus. You are the one that's our focus because you are the one that's part of our world here. Mm-hmm. And you are the one that we see that is suffering emotionally behind the scenes. And your day will get brighter with maybe somebody new, but nobody wants to think about that right now when you're so deep dark in it, so it's not fair to even say it to you.
We love you. And the only way that we can help you is by having you try ketchup.
That's right. Try Tuesdays next. It's time to go. Let's go.
I'll take your mind
Can
off
you
it.
tell which ketchup is which?
We didn't bring it.
That's what we're doing.
How do you get out of that?
You're like, oh, I'm going to pour it all over me.
I don't want any
As
tears
soon
in
as
my
I
ketchup.
taste it. Okay, and by the way, ketchup that's been sitting out is probably one of the worst smells ever.
I'm not looking forward to that.
I don't like ketchup by itself.
Try it Tuesday ketchup.
Rula kept pushing that we had to have ketchup by ourselves.
I know, I'm like,
because
give me a
Ryan's
French
I'll
fry.
get fries. I'm like, yes,
Because I was thinking the
want
fries. By the time we get the fries, we don't have an air fryer
I don't
here.
care. I want
You
fries.
want hard, waxy fries
Yes.
for the ketchup?
Give me fries.
We have to all lick the ketchup off Kevin's fingers
There's
so
a
it's
Jack
equal.
in
So
a
we don't.
Box in walking distance from the station.
Yeah, that's the turn on from earlier.
Jack in Box.
All right,
fries.
can we tell the difference between Whataburger ketchup, Heinz ketchup, and Brand X ketchup?
Brand X ketchup is probably
shocker
water.
alert, Hunt's is not for sale at H-E-B and Randall's anymore.
We looked.
We couldn't get Hunt's.
Was out there. Ryan was out there.
Okay, Try It Tuesday is next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
From the Bell Furniture Unbeatable Prices Traffic Desk, I-45